We'll be into June on Sunday. Well, the last Friday of May will be storm-free. Not necessarily the case out there today. We had some showers and thunderstorms in the upper Snake River Highlands and northern portion of the upper Snake River Plain around St. Anthony. Things have died down, and I think we'll be storm-free not just in the Snake River Plain, but all over East Idaho into western Wyoming as we wrap up the work week. And then record-breaking heat for the last day of May on Saturday. Highs in the 90s. Not just 90, but above 90. We'll be in the mid-90s, at least in the Gate City, and that will smash the old record of 90 degrees by at least 3 degrees. So temperatures, will end the month on a hot note. Then things will start to change for your Sunday. It won't be quite as toasty, and there's a risk of thunderstorms for the first day of June. So the weather likes to kind of mix things up a bit, and that it will here going into the first week of the new month. Cold front right now moving across eastern Idaho. That's why we have those strong thunderstorms in Clark, Fremont counties and into Yellowstone. This cold front, not a very strong one. It will actually stall out that heat that we had today, so tomorrow will maybe be a few degrees cooler in the afternoon. We'll still be in the 80s, but we won't be in the upper 80s, so we'll be down a few degrees. And then that cold front's long gone, high pressure builds in, and here comes the heat for Saturday. In fact, the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory for the eastern half of Lemhi County. Hot enough for some health concerns there. So even though we're not necessarily under a heat advisory for most of East Idaho, same rules apply. Make sure you wear light-colored clothes, you drink lots of fluids. Saturday's going to be the hottest day we've had so far this year, and it's going to be the case for everyone. But specifically for eastern Lemhi County, make sure you check on your neighbors and your parents, your elderly folks too. Just make sure they're okay and staying cool. Stay inside as long as you can where it's air conditioned. 56 will be the low Thursday night for Pocatello with a clear sky above. Low of 52 in Idaho Falls. That's a little bit on the warm side for this time of year. And then for your Friday, we're up to 83. Yeah, we're down 4 degrees, so not quite as toasty as it was this afternoon. And same thing for Pocatello, 84 for an afternoon high. Northwest breeze, 5 to 10 miles per hour. That'll keep us out of those upper 80s we had today. Elsewhere around East Idaho and up in the central mountains, near 80 in Leadore, will be in the 80s over in Salmon and Chalice. Today, both Salmon and Chalice topped out at 90. Well, Saturday is going to be even warmer than what we're expecting for your Friday. Almost 90 for high in Twin Falls tomorrow. Southeast Idaho Chevy Dealer 7-day forecast looking ahead. There's your Saturday, last day of May. A record high of 93, and then we start backing off a little bit. Could see some storminess on Sunday. We'll be cooler. Temperature hitting barely 70 by next Tuesday, but that's okay. At least we don't have to worry about any snow or anything like that. Yeah, we're still warm enough. That is not a concern. 68 is where we'll end up in Rexburg. That'll be the coolest high coming up. Warmest high coming up will be Saturday, just like the rest of us. Blackfoot will hit 91 for the last day of May, first day of June. Chance of storminess with a warm high of 84 degrees. We're still quite warm for the last Saturday of the month in Teton area, and also the first Sunday of the month going into June. And we're looking at another hot one for the Central Mountains. Salmon, Chalice, that 92 will probably be a record breaker for you. And then not quite so warm for your Sunday. Even cooler, we'll call it comfortably cooler next week.